Hello, everybody. I'm Bev Gary, the Chief Executive Officer of Canada Post. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello, I'm Doan Ma, as the Human Resources Director.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sienna Casano, and I have the role of Director of Operations.
As you may know, we are navigating some significant changes within our organization. Today, we're going to be discussing our decision to undertake a downsizing initiative, what that means for each one of you, and how we plan to support everyone through this transition. Our goal here is to streamline operations and better position Canada Post for future growth while continuing to deliver the high quality service that you expect from us. We understand that this is a difficult time, and our commitment to clear communication and support is paramount as we move forward together. As we dive deeper into today's discussion, I want to first address the pressing factors that have led us to this difficult decision. First, we have witnessed significant employee actions, including national strikes that have disrupted operations and underscored the urgency of our situation. Financially, the numbers are extremely stark. Canada Post faced a staggering $1 billion in operating losses in 2024, equating to an alarming daily loss of $10 million. These figures are unsustainable and have compelled us to reevaluate our business model to ensure long-term viability. Furthermore, we've also seen government intervention that has mandated that we introduce greater flexibility in our delivery standards. This external pressure adds to our need to adapt swiftly to remain competitive and responsive to market demands. Now let's discuss the timeline for this downsizing initiative. The most recent phase of our restructuring involved managerial downsizing, which took place most recently in October 2025. Looking ahead, we anticipate the next round of downsizing, which will affect both managerial and non-unionized positions, to occur in December 2025. We understand that timelines can create uncertainty, so we will be providing updates as we move forward, ensuring everyone is informed and supported during these transitions. Before we proceed with the downsizing, it's essential for us to focus on supporting our employees. We must determine how many people need to be let go and evaluate who needs to be laid off based on performance and operational needs. To lessen the impact, we'll likely consider options like attrition, early retirement, and voluntary severance programs, aiming to avoid layoffs if possible. We must also be aware of the legal consequences of our decisions, ensuring we comply with all employment laws. Finally, we'll be informing employees of the upcoming restructuring clearly and transparently to maintain trust and support throughout the process. As we navigate the downsizing process, our focus still remains on supporting our employees during the restructuring. Firstly, we're going to ensure that we provide ample notice to those being laid off, allowing them time to prepare for the transition. Communication is key here. We'll engage in clear, direct, and empathetic conversations with affected employees, ensuring they feel respected and valued through this difficult time. For those who remain, we'll be investing in our survivors by offering retraining and education programs, equipping them with the skills needed to adapt and thrive in our evolving organization. After the downsizing, it's crucial again to pay careful attention to our survivors. Research indicates that with a 1% downsizing, post-downsizing voluntary turnover rates can increase by about 31%. To mitigate this, we must focus on maintaining a strong psychological contract with our employees. We will ensure a sense of fairness through three key principles: procedural justice by implementing valid decision-making rules, interactional justice with our leaders engaging in first-hand discussions, recognizing the emotional impacts of these changes, and distributive justice. Here, we're going to strive for fairness in how outcomes, such as new roles, resources, and support, are distributed among the remaining employees. As we look ahead, our next steps at Canada Post are vital for ensuring a smooth transition. First, we'll develop a comprehensive strategy to realign our operations for future success. Secondly, clear communication will be essential here. We'll keep all employees informed about the restructuring process and what they can expect to see here. Lastly, our commitment to supporting employees, both those leaving and those remaining, will remain a top priority throughout this transition. Now I'll pass it on to our Director of Human Resources, Iris.
Okay, as the Human Resources Director at Canada Post, I want to talk about how we will support the employees who will be leaving the company during this transition. Each company affected by this change will have a private one-on-one meeting with their manager and a member of our HR team. In this meeting, we will explain clearly and directly why their role is ending, because new technology and automation have changed how we deliver our services. We will speak with respect and kindness at every step. After the meeting, employees will receive writing information that includes important dates, contacts, and available support. We are offering severance pay, career transition assistance, and counseling services to help each person move forward with confidence. We will also take the time to listen, to let people ask questions, express their feelings, and be heard. Our goal is to make this process honest, fair, and compassionate. We know that losing a job can be very difficult, and we want every employee to feel that they were treated with dignity and care. So now I would like to speak to those who will remain the candidate post. We understand that this period is emotional and uncertain. Many of you may feel worried or even guilty after seeing colleagues leave. Our message to you is simple. Your work matters and the company truly needs you. We value your commitment and we want you to be part of our future. We will continue to share information about our direction, how Canada Post is a transformation through e-commerce and digital delivery. Managers will hold regular team meetings to answer questions and talk about what these changes mean for your day-to-day work. We will also offer new training programs to help you build skills for the future. As we move forward, we will make sure good work is recognized and that everyone feels appreciated for what they contribute. We know trust and motivation take time to rebuild, but by being open, transparent, and consistent, we can move ahead together as one team. After the downsizing, our responsibility does not end. We want to make sure our teams continue to feel supported, connected, and valued. We will expand our employee assistance program so that everyone can access counseling and mental health resources. We will also create peer support groups where employees can talk with each other and share experience. At that same time, we are introduce career developing workshops and skill building session to help employees learn, grow, and adapt to new opportunities inside the company. We will keep promoting fairness and respect in every decision we make. We want Canada Post to remain a place where people feel safe to speak up, share feedback, and know that their voice matters. Our long-term goal is to build a culture of learning and teamwork, a workplace where people continue to grow, support one another, and succeed together as we move into a more digital and connected future. Okay, next part.
Thank you, Iris. So now I'll be going over how the Director of Operations can go about communicating the reasoning for downsizing. So when announcing downsizing, stakeholders must clearly understand the reasoning for it. To improve efficiency, productivity, and competitiveness of the organization, the Director of Operations should emphasize that the goal is to strengthen long-term performance, not to simply cut costs. Downsizing can be further connected to the larger external factors at hand, such as economic shifts, competitive pressures, or automation trends that require organizational adaptation. By contextualizing this decision, shareholders, clients, and the public understand that the move is more strategic rather than reactive. And additionally, communication should be compassionate while upholding ethical standards. As the Director of Operations, providing clear, value-driven messaging shows accountability from the organization, while further encouraging stakeholders to remain engaged and supportive throughout the transition. Next, I'll be going over how we can go about communicating the effects and the future outlook. So after explaining the reasoning for downsizing, communication should focus on what it means for stakeholders and for the company's future. So for clients, the message should highlight that service quality and reliability will remain consistent. Shareholders, however, need assurance that the restructuring will support stronger long-term successes. As Director of Operations, the communication of support put in place for affected employees offers transparency and protection for the organization's reputation while reassuring the public that downsizing is being managed ethically. Resources such as communication and organizational support can help the remaining employees stay engaged while reducing stress after layoffs. And finally, communication should look forward. Effective downsizing is a long-term proactive strategy focused on performance improvement. So placing emphasis on adaptability, innovation, and learning helps the stakeholders view the downsizing as an investment in the future rather than a sign of decline. So some final thoughts, and to wrap up our presentation, effective communication during downsizing is what determines whether a company loses credibility or builds long-term trust. Our presentation highlighted that transparency and timeliness are essential for maintaining confidence among clients, shareholders, and the public, along with how these responsibilities vary among different roles of a chief executive officer, a human resource director, and director of operations. When stakeholders see downsizing as a strategic step, not a crisis, they remain confident in the company's direction. HR operations support and lead this process by communicating with honesty, fairness, and empathy. And we now understand how maintaining an open dialogue helps rebuild engagement and stability after change. Ultimately, effective downsizing at Canada Post is about more than just managing loss. It's about rebuilding trust, strengthening culture, and preparing the organization for a stronger, more resilient future. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.